Good evening, YouTube babies. Hello, everyone. Welcome to another session for paper one revision. Welcome, everyone. Welcome. Hello, good evening. I'm eagerly waiting here for you to join. Yes, please, everyone, join. Share the link to your friends also. Let them also learn. Here we are to teach you some paper one topics. So every week we are here to give you some revision regarding paper one, as you know. All those paper one topics regarding NTA net and also regarding all other eligibility test, state eligibility test exams. The paper one is very important. Like, when the TN set exam, as it was over, and when I saw the question paper, I was very happy that all those questions and like the regarding with the paper one, it was discussed here in the like our basically in the YouTube live sessions and with detailed explanations like when you see our marathon sessions and all. If you attend our marathon sessions and like obviously our offline and online students, like they told that they could utilize it from the classes and also from the YouTube session. So YouTube babies, you can also utilize from these sessions. I can study more about the paper one, and we have paper one dedicated course at Vallath, especially for paper one, like our UGC net aspirants. So covering all those UGC net aspirants paper one. So it is there in our Vallath paper one dedicated courses there. Yeah. Good evening, everyone. YouTube babies. Hello. Hi. You can see the chats. I can see the live chats. How is the studies going on? Is it going well? So you should give importance to paper one too, because it's becoming important, like with math, data interpretation, and all towards the towards the exam. We'll be conducting the marathon sessions. So I'm inviting you to that. Obviously, I'm inviting you to the marathon sessions and all. And one thing regarding the paper one, actually, regarding with the WB set also, I could see that the questions were discussed, like all those questions, such a paper one questions were discussed, and also like other eligibility state eligibility test exams you can easily crack when you give concentration to paper one also. So I'm not telling that only paper one. You should give emphasis to paper one also. Paper two, obviously, you should study your subject, but paper one gives some emphasis too. So, guys, welcome to another session of paper one. Today, we will deal with a very different topic. Recently, we didn't deal with this topic actually. It's actually called logical reasoning, a very important topic in the paper one, logical reasoning. It's actually divided into two topics like Western logic and Indian logic. So basically, you have questions like maybe three, two, and all. Three questions from the Western logic, like maybe like with the fallacies, with the syllogism. They can ask, and then with the Nyaya philosophy and all, they can ask questions from the Indian logic also. So I think you're very familiar with the logical reasoning part. One thing you can make it very different from the NTNet is they have a very specialized syllabus for logical reasoning. For the other exams or for other state eligibility tests, when they say logical reasoning as a syllabus, they will give some number series, letter series, or coding, decoding, blood relationship, all those things. But here in NTNet, they have a well-defined syllabus for logical reasoning. So there is syllogism in that, informal fallacies, formal fallacies, and you should learn how to inference, like the method of inference, like square of opposition, all those things that you have want to study. Then regarding Indian logic, you want to study. So all those things are very important in the logical reasoning part of NTNet. So can we move on to some questions now? Are you ready, guys? Yes, good evening, everyone. Good evening. Can we move on to some questions now? Yes, please share this video to your net aspirant friend and also like who's preparing for the UGC net. So it will be useful to them also. The first question, identify the fallacy in the following. So there is a fallacy committed. That means fallacy means, what do you mean by fallacy? It is a mistake in the logical reasoning. It's a mistake in the reasoning part. So a mistake is committed in this statement. So what is that mistake? So you should learn about many informal fallacies and formal fallacies too. So I'm not going into the details, just the revision part only. So identify the fallacy. Only man has an immortal soul. No woman is a man. Therefore, no woman has an immortal soul. Is it strawman argument? Is it equivocation? Is it red herring? Is it bandwagon argument? So there are four fallacies which are dealt here, and you should identify which is the fallacies that is committed here in these statements. Okay. Which are they? Guys, I need, yeah, that's error. Actually, that's the error which is happening in the reasoning is called fallacies. So what is the answer for this? Everyone, I need answers from everyone. I can see some 35, 40 here with the on the live chat. So I need answers. Is it red herring? Some red herring are there. Okay. Hmm. Red herring is regarding with the irrelevant, some irrelevant topic or irrelevant thesis, right? Maybe like this is actually, do you feel like this? Okay. I will go with the answer. You're going with the red herring. It is equivocation only. It is equivocation. It's not red herring actually. It is equivocation, not red herring, not straw man. It is equivocation because it's actually regarding to the two statements. There is a mistake in the like what the second with the conclusion. So it is equivocation. It's not red herring. Going to next one. Everyone is going to the party. You should go too. This inference commits which kind of fallacy? So this is actually a fallacy, right? So you should also think about it. If somebody like is doing something or some like phenomena are done by the world or the society, you should also repeat that. That's actually inference. It should be with your interest. Otherwise, with the society, if it is doing or if it is compelling to you to do so, it is actually a fallacy you are doing. It's a mistake in reasoning or error in logical reasoning. Or is it ad populum? Is it equivocation? Is it ad verikundium? Or is it ad ignoration? It's very easy, like from the name itself, you can get. Yeah. From the name itself, you can get. Everyone is going to the party, you should go to. So everyone is doing something and you should go to. Everyone is going for engineering, you should go for. Everyone is going for like MBBS and you should do. Something with the like something like we have a comparison regarding the society, and it is actually a reasoning error what we have. So you should know that. Okay, that's why we are learning all these things. That is ad populum, guys. That's correct. It's very good attempt that you have made. Very good. The answer is ad populum. Ad populum. It's like the full name that you know is argumentum ad populum is the full name of that fallacy, informal fallacy. Very good. Going to the next question. Which of the following is defined as a type of irrelevant conclusion fallacy in which a distracting element is introduced to obscure an opponent's position? So, the types of fallacies are some types of fallacies are given here, like that is an appeal to emotion, appeal to inappropriate authority, argument ad hominem, or red herring is given. So, from these four types or from these four like options, which of the following you think that it's defined as a type of irrelevant conclusion? So we have irrelevant thesis, irrelevant conclusion, all those things in which some distracting elements are introduced. So for example, if something is talking about, somebody is talking about something and a distracting element is being made on. Okay. So what is that actually? Is it ad hominem? Is it appeal to emotion? Is it inappropriate authority or red herring? Some answers are, it is like appeal to emotion or ad hominem is there. Some options like they are asking that whether it is inappropriate authority. Okay. Irrelevant conclusion. What do you have? Irrelevant conclusion, and there are some distracting element is introduced to obscure the opponent's position. The answer goes with the red herring is the option. Red herring is the answer. Okay. So going to the next one, guys. Identify the minor term in the following syllogism. So you have a question regarding the syllogism part. So there are two statements. Like when it is a minor term, you have premises, major premises, minor premises, and the conclusion. So some books are not edifying. All books are interesting. Therefore, some interesting things are not edifying. Okay. Subject, like it is given, like you should identify it as like what is the minor term. So minor terms, it's actually subject of the, like what do you mean by minor term? It should be both in the what the minor premise and the conclusion. So we have major premises, some books are not edifying. We have the minor premises, all books are interesting. We have the conclusion that therefore some interesting things are not edifying. Okay. So but here it is given like subject of the conclusion and predicate of the second. So you should have an idea of the subject and predicate. So what is the subject in the first statement? What can you say that the first like where is the subject? The subject in the first statement is books. The predicate is edifying. So like you have that is the subject and predicate idea. So in the conclusion, the subject is interesting. And the predicate of the second premise is predicate is interesting also there in the it is a minor, that's the second premise that is called the minor premise. So if you want minor term, it should be both in the minor premise and the conclusion. The option is interesting only, interesting. The thing which you can have here is interesting is both common in the second premise and also in the conclusion too. Can you see that? So it is actually the predicate of the second premise and subject of the conclusion. So that will be the option. Okay. So like this question can be twisted like this. Like you may be knowing what is minor premise, but you should know where is the subject predicate and also two. So here the subject of the conclusion and predicate of the second premise will be the option. Yes, guys. So that is the answer. Can I go with the next one? Subject of the conclusion and predicate of the second premise. Next one. So there are some statements given and then you should draw conclusions. So for the statements, what you have to draw, you have Venn diagram to draw. Do you know Venn diagram? Yeah. Statements are some kings are queens and all queens are beautiful. So which is the conclusions that you can go with? Whether it is all kings are beautiful and all queens are kings. So whether one conclusion one follows, conclusion two follows, either one or two follows, or neither one or two follows. So either and neither you should take care of that. Okay. Should read the options very clearly and then answer. Yeah, Venn diagram, it's very important that you should draw with the statements and all. It's very important part with the Venn diagram. So some kings are queens. How will you draw some kings are queens? So it will be like some kings and some queens. Like you will draw like this, right? Am I right? These are some kings and queens. Okay, let it be like this will be king. So this will be king K. I will give it as K. Okay. This will be queens. Okay, Q. So some kings are queens and all queens are beautiful. So obviously all queens are beautiful. The diagram, it will be a concentric circle like this. So all queens are beautiful. So this is actually beautiful B. So from this, what can you infer? All kings are beautiful. Can you say that all kings are beautiful? No, we cannot say that because this is a particular statement. This is an I-type statement. So obviously particular conclusions can come, should come. And all queens are beautiful is the only statement regarding A-type. That is all form. All queens are kings also cannot be said. So my answer is actually neither one nor two. Neither one nor two. Can I go with that? Neither one nor two. Okay, let me check the answer. It is neither one nor two follows. Because as some queens are kings are queens given, that is an I-type statement where you have. It is a particular one. Why it is particular? Because it is using particular quantifier called sum. So it is an I-type statement. And here, this is an A-type statement, A-type, that is universal affirmative or universal positive. So you draw Venn diagram like this for universal positive. So then, obviously, if the particular type are coming, obviously there should be particular conclusions too. So that is the answer. So here, these two conclusions does not follow. So neither one nor two follows. Yeah, no worries for the wrong. Like it's like we are learning, right? We are learning together. There's no problem. You can just guess the answer. So I'll make you the correct one. You can make it in the correct. Like if you learn now, you will make it correct on the exams. That's what I want. Okay, guys. So next one statements again. All flowers are trees. No fruit is tree. So conclusions. No fruit is flower. Some trees are flowers. What can you say about that? Like on conclusion one follows. Only conclusion two follows. Either one or two or both one and two follow. Which is that? Which is the thing that you are going to get it? Yes, I need answers from you guys. What is your answer for the statements? All flowers are trees. No fruit is a tree. Can I draw a Venn diagram for that? Will you draw a Venn diagram for that? All flowers are trees. So all flowers. So I have a small circle of flowers and I should have a big circle for trees. Okay. So let it be there. This will be flowers. And no fruit is a tree is given. So here will be a fruit which do not have any connection with these two circles. Okay. So here, Actually, this is all flowers. This is flowers. This is trees. Okay. And this is no fruit. Okay. This is no fruit. This is fruit. So here I have no connection. Okay. I will mark an into sign. So if it is no fruit is a tree, can I say no fruit is flower? Obviously, because flower is inside the trees, right? Flower is inside the tree. So obviously, we can tell that no fruit is a flower too. Some trees are flowers because the A type, this is an A type statement. And the conclusion of an A type, both the possible conclusion of an A type statement is some trees are flowers too. Some trees are flowers too. So this also follows. So the answer is both 1 and 2 follow. We'll check the answer. Yes, the answer is both 1 and 2 follows. This is how you draw the Venn diagram and infer from the Venn diagram. Inferences. This is called the mediate inference. You are drawing conclusions from two statements given. Clear. So you are drawing the Venn diagram and identifying whether this is the correct conclusion or what. Okay. These types of questions can be asked because it's a part of syllogism. You should learn it very correctly. You should learn how to draw Venn diagram and all. Fine. Okay. Can we move on to the next one, guys? So the next question. Of course, you want to buy a Golden Pear brand phone. Golden Pear phones look good in one's hand, and all the Bollywood stars can be seen carrying them these days. Which fallacy is committed? So this Bollywood star is carrying this. This Bollywood star is going to buy this car. So you also need that. So which fallacy? Obviously, it's a fallacy. Oh my God. Everybody's thinking that is it a fallacy? We all were following. Oh my God. Yeah, it is a fallacy, guys. So which fallacy is committed in the above argument? Is it red herring? Is it fallacy of accident? Is it appeal to force, or is it appeal to people, or argumentum ad populum? Just that. By the like options, you can finalize one because it's like this type of thing we discussed already. With this type of fallacy we discussed already. It's very easy to find out. Of course, you want to buy a Golden Pear brand phone. So like all the Bollywood stars are carrying that. So obviously you should also buy one. Okay. So like that it is saying. So which is that actually? Yeah, it is appeal to people only. Correct. Argumentum ad populum. Right. You're hearing the words of the society. Society is telling that you should buy this because they have. You should buy a brand new car because your neighbor bought that. That's a fallacy. Okay. It's a fallacy. Like if you have money, if you are very confident enough that I can buy a car, let us buy. Okay. That's it. It's not like your neighbor buys, so then let me buy. Okay, fine. It's appeal to people, argumentum ad populum. Fine. Can I move with the next question? Sorry. This is also like regarding with the fallacies. Planets are big. The atoms from which they are made are big. Therefore, the atoms from which they are made big. This inference commits which kind of fallacy? Planets are big, so the atoms which they are made from are also big. It is being said that like that. So is it fallacy of division? Is it fallacy of ambiguity? Or is it fallacy of equivocation? Or is it ad populum? Yeah. Equivocation we can eliminate, and also ad populum, because actually it's not a what like words of, or you're obeying some words of the society or somebody, or you're following the rules of the society. No. Planets are big, therefore the atoms from which they are made are big. So which one do you think? Somebody is telling it's fallacy of division. Okay, some answers are like fallacy of ambiguity. Okay. Okay, let me look at the answer. Okay, then the answer is fallacy of division. It's a fallacy of division. That is the option, and that is the correct one. Fallacy of division. Can we move on to the next question? Given below are two statements related to the Upanishadic tradition. So actually, this is a question from the Indian logic, Upanishad, Vedas, all those things you want to learn. Paravidya means knowledge that transcends human experience. Aparavidya means knowledge based on the human experience. In light of the above statements, choose the most appropriate answer from the options given below. Both statement 1 or 2 are true, 1 and 2 are false. 1 is true, 2 is false, 1 is false, 2 is true. Yeah. Which one is that? Guys. Indian logic is a very important one. Like all those with the English and also I think with the all those literature guys can associate with because they have Sanskrit literature in their uh, literature studies. I think that mostly with the English literature, I know they have Sanskrit literature also in the net exam. The questions are being asked, so they will study some Nyaya philosophy, all those things there. So that is regarding with the Indian logic. So there will be questions regarding Indian logic. You can expect at least 2 or 3 questions. Okay, this is a part of logical reasoning. Both true? Are you telling it's both true? Obviously, both is true. That is the correct one. Paravidya, it transcends human experience. Abharavidya, it is human knowledge based on human experience. Okay. Yeah. Next question. Which of the following pramanas, yeah, pramanas is very important, are accepted by Vaisheshika philosophy? You have to learn some different types of philosophy, Vaisheshika, Nyaya, all those things, Vaisheshika philosophy. So it is Pratyaksha, Anumana, Shabda, Upamana, Arhapatti, Anupalabdhi. It's all like Sanskrit words. Okay. So you should have you should relate it with. So which of the following pramanas are accepted by Vaisheshika philosophy? Is it A and B? Is it C and D? Is it E and F? Is it C and E? Okay. Like for this, you cannot guess and all. Obviously, you should learn the things. Obviously, you should have an idea regarding the Indian logic. That's the only possible thing that you have. You should know the theoretical, but it should be very clear. Then only you can answer. Like no guess is possible here. So what is the answer? Some answers like E and F we have 3. So 3. So the answer is A and B only is the answer. That means Pratyaksha and Anumana are the 4 pramanas which are accepted by the Vaisheshika philosophy. Okay, it is Pratyaksha and Anumana. Okay, can I move on to the next one? Again, a fallacy question. Which fallacy is committed in the following argument? When I called you, you were neither in your class nor in the laboratory. Why are you avoiding me? Oh my God. Such questions are you very familiar with those who have boyfriends and girlfriends? You are not in the class and nor in the laboratory. Why are you avoiding me? Like maybe that person will be in some other places, or maybe like not in a position to take the call. Does it mean that the person is avoiding you? No. So what type of fallacy is that? Circular argument, red herring, complex question, slippery slope. What is that? Is it red herring, complex question, slippery slope? Yes. Slippery slope, some answers regarding slippery slope again, then some complex question. Can I move on? It's red herring because it's actually a distracting element is introduced. It's an irrelevant conclusion acts, right? It's not complex question, it is red herring only. Not circular argument too. Complex question, no. Slippery slope, no. It's like red herring because an irrelevant conclusion follows, and also like a distracting element is added because like why are you avoiding me? There is nothing called avoiding here. So a distracting element is there. That's like with the opponent's statement. It's a very easy one. Like just now we have discussed Paravidya according to the Vedic tradition implies dash what? Knowledge based on human experience. Everyone should answer this, obviously, because just now I discussed. So everyone should answer this. Paravidya based on human experience or that transcends human experience or acquired from teachers or acquired from text. Which is the answer? I know everyone can answer too. Everyone can answer. Yes, guys, you two babies, I'm waiting for your answers. Yes, yes. Yes, I'm getting the answers. Very good, very good. Yeah, it is 2. Obviously, it is 2 because knowledge that transcends human experience. Correct. Very good. Happy for you. That's it. The next question. What is the correct sequence of steps in case of inference according to Indian logic? So there are inferences in the Western logic part that you have just seen in the syllogism part. That means the Venn diagram. Using the Venn diagram, you have inferred. So in Indian logic also, you have inferences. So statement of similarity, that is Upanaya. Then statement of reason, Hedu. Affirmation of the thesis as proved, it's Nigamana. It's Nigamana, you will tell. And statement of thesis is Pradijnana, giving an example of the underlying rules, Udaharana. So which is the correct sequence? How will you infer it? So Pradijna, like statement of thesis will be the first thing. Like if it is only the words of Indian logic, you may not be able to analyze. But here are the explanations given in the English language. So obviously you will be able to analyze. So statement of thesis will be obviously first option. So everywhere it is D first. Correct. Then it is Pratikna, first one, statement of thesis. Then coming. Then what is the next one? Is it statement of reason or is it affirmation of thesis provide? Thesis as proved. No, affirmation of thesis will be like Nikmana will be at the last, I think, because like affirmation of thesis as proved, right? So we have two options starting with the D and ending with C. Then we have to check whether it is B, E. Is it E giving example or giving reason? Like when you have a statement, what is then? Giving an is it giving an example or statement of reason? Hetu. After Hetu, what comes? Or Udaharana. So after Udaharana, Hetu comes or after Hetu, Udaharana comes. Is it D, E, A, B, C? Okay, we can check for it. It is D, B, E, A, C. After the statement of thesis, statement of reason is provided. Hetu. Then the giving an example of the underlying rule. Then statement of similarity. That means the similar case, applicability in similar case. Now then the affirmation of thesis as proved. That is the actual correct logical sequence of steps. Yes, guys. So that was the session of logical reasoning, guys. I think it was useful to you. I think it's actually what you have done is you have to practice these questions very much because logical listening is an important topic in the net exam. They can you can actually you can get easily you can get 5 questions. Okay, if you learn Indian logic, if you learn Western logic, you will get 5 questions easily. And like syllogism is a very important part. By drawing the Venn diagram, you can infer, and so you should revise too. Clear. So wait for our marathon sessions towards the exams. And then if you have paper one as a very big task or tedious task, you have our paper one dedicated course at Vallath. Please join that. Okay. Thank you guys. Good night. Bye bye. Thank you for joining. See you in the next week. Thank you.